Hello and welcome to the inaugural edition of Brig Bleeds Green, the first of a weekly magazine show in which your Brig sport editors will run through the best of the action from the week's Bucks fixtures. My name's Craig Wright and I'll be running through in just a second through some of the action from rugby. But I'll pass over to my co-editor Harry McNicol, who will start by going through the day's many football matches.
Hi there, we've had unbelievable amounts of football with every single men's team playing, I believe, today. Now I'm going to introduce Joe here, who has been present at all the home matches, but first I'm going to run through the away matches. Now the seconds, 1-4-1 against RGU, with then the fourths winning 6-1 against Queen Margaret, and the ladies winning 1-0 against St Andrews Seconds. Now Joe, you went to, I believe it's the first match first of all today.
Yeah, lunchtime went to watch the first team play. It was a very hard fought match, finished 1-1. I gave man of the match to Tim Hughes, the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Made a number of crucial saves that kept Shelley's team in the game. Then I went over to pitch 2 and I watched the fifth team play.
Okay.
They put an excellent performance to get their first win of the season for coach Ed Tierney. A number of good goals. 2 freshers scored, Watt and I can't remember the name of the one.
Fulton, I think.
Fulton, that's the one. Yeah. So yeah, 2 freshers with goals, so good additions to the team. And then I went over to the Crumb to watch the threes play. That was 1-1. Again, in a very tight game. Particular highlight was Ted Hodges' goal. Brilliantly worked free kick. Not sure if it was from the training ground. Bit of improvisation, maybe from Maguire. But yeah, an excellent goal.
Okay. But that was an overall loss in that match.
Yeah. That was to make it 1-1, and then they ended up losing 2-1, unfortunately, in the end.
That's an unfortunate loss. We also must mention that we had the Edinburgh Stirling 6 on playing Edinburgh intramurals, and they won that match 1-0, with Edinburgh introducing players 10 minutes in. Interestingly done. When we've been told by a qualified referee this is allowed. Must have been quite distracting. Now I'm going to pass back to Craig for the rugby.
Yeah, 2 rugby matches taking place today on the Air 3 pitches, both men's and women's first in action this afternoon. Women's rugby got their Bucks campaign off to the perfect start with a 38 points to 25 win over their counterparts from Dundee. They initially struggled, however, with the physicality. 2 very well worked tries in the first 10 minutes of that game. However, Stirling grew into the game, and 2 tries from centre Heather Davis.
We need to keep the arena quiet, and respectfully that's what we've done. So we have no details, I'm afraid, so I'm going to very quickly pass you back to Mr. Craig Wright to interview Andrew Baxter on the hockey.
Yes, as Hannah said, I'm joined by my esteemed colleague Andrew Baxter, occasional writer for Brig Sport. He was at the men's hockey match at the 3G pitch this afternoon. Andrew, good performance for Stirling?
Yeah, playing Glasgow Cali first, a very good side in this division. Stirling completely turned the screw in their opposition. They had a succession of penalty corners early on in the game. Put themselves 1-0 up after 7 or 8 minutes. Made it 2 before half time. Glasgow Cali with a standing goalkeeper as well. But Stirling really dominated possession at the lion's share of the ball and won 6-0 in the end. Fantastic performance. 2 wins from 2 so far. It means they're top of the league as well.
Yeah, great start for them in their first game of the season. Number of other matches, of course, throughout the Bucks classification today, and indeed in previous weeks. We're going to hand you over to our lovely third editor, Mr. Harry McArthur, who will run you through some of the other scores from this afternoon.
Hey there, I'm here to run you through the other scores. We're going to start off with the badminton first team. They won 8-4 at home to Edinburgh. That was a fantastic performance, especially considering the last time the first team faced off against Edinburgh, they lost 12-0. So to turn it around and win 8-4 was quite spectacular. Then moving on to the volleyball, the women's firsts unfortunately lost 3-0 away to Dundee, and the men's volleyball first also lost, but it was a closer game. It was 3-2 away to Glasgow. And then the water polo, both teams were absolutely fantastic this week. The men's team won 19-7 against Aberdeen away today, and the performance of the week was the water polo women. They won 21-0 against Robert Gordon University at home. And 3 different players got hat-tricks and keeps them unbeaten for the rest of the season. They've won 2 games and they've only played 2. Their goal difference is plus 22. So just to let you know, we'll keep you updated with the rest of the scores as they come in from the Bucks website, and I'll pass you back over to Hannah.
Now we need to mention that basketball is still happening today, and they'll be kicking off at 7 o'clock in the Ganachie Sports Hall, and I know they will absolutely appreciate a lot of our audience turnout. Passing back to Craig for the sign-off.
Yes, that's all for your inaugural Brig Bleeds Green. My thanks to both Hannah and Harry, and indeed to Andrew and Joe. We'll be back next week, hopefully with members of your Stirling Sports Union. Sports President Jess Morris unfortunately sends her apologies for today. But keep your eyes peeled on both the Brig Sport Facebook page and indeed the main Brig newspaper Facebook page for all the updates on Brig's box results in the next few days. Thanks very much for watching, and this video will be available on demand shortly after production. Thanks very much.